Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another night of trivia on a beautiful Monday, July 16th, 2026. For folks, you know what's on the line. That's sweet, sweet cash, that's right. But also, if that doesn't float your boat, you can make me spin the wheel of punishments. But you should take the cash. And we're on Kahoot, folks, as usual. As you're fired up, you know what to do. Let me see those TGIMs in the chat. I see Maddie in there. I see Adam. Let's go. What up, what up, what up, everybody? We got Emma Jaw with the TGIM. Folks, how was your Monday, y'all? Start of your week? We got Sarah in the chat with the TGIM, former champ, coming back. Maybe it's her night tonight. Also, folks, we have to find a new intro song, by the way, because that song is copyrighted. So one day, when we're making the big bucks, we're monetized, we can't use that song anymore. Rihanna, TGIM. Napolitan through the TGIF first, then the TGIM. Everyone, how are you today? How was your... Garrett can cook you up a new beat, even freaking better. Hope you guys had a good Monday day. And now let's have a great Monday evening. Let me take a quick look at our Kahoot, as usual. And folks, if you haven't already, give it a download if you haven't. Makes it easier on you, although you can use a browser. The word on the street is the app is easier, though. Allegedly. I've never used it. But, yeah, I've actually never competed in a Kahoot. I've only been a Kahoot master. Also, I'm kind of hungry. But I got to lock in. I don't know. Well, I never know. And I say it every week. But we'll see if this one's a good one or not. Also, by the way, do we have... New vid, we do a Kahoot for you. Baller Squad with the TGIM. By the way, do we have Fuller Fam? Fuller Fam, are you in the house? Because last week, if for everyone who was here, it was More Than Full who won our giveaway at the beginning of stream. And I said they wanted to know if they could trade in the $50 for a wheel spin, as is customary for the winner of Kahoot. And I said, take a week, think about it, and we'll talk about it on this Monday. So if you're here, Fuller Fam, have you thought about it? All right. I think the quiz is good. You want me to fire up a lobby? You want me to fire up a lobby for y'all? You do? Well, that's good. That's real good. Because I'm about to do it. Bam. Come on in, y'all. Water is warm. Per usual. What else did I have to tell y'all? Okay, so I know I still owe my leg waxing, and I've talked to Castle. We will be doing that at some point. For I believe that was one of Tippy Toe's spins. So that's basically the only thing I owe you guys currently. Speaking of Castle, first one in the lobby. CJ getting in there quick too. Con man. Matty P. Athen Gals, how was your weekend? Did you guys have a great weekend? I hope so. Also, by the way, I don't know it. Have I just been missing Allie Soup as she was been out MIA? Emma Jaw getting in. I feel like we haven't seen Allie Soup around these parts in a little bit. She's been missing class. Tofu. Sup, brother? Tofu. Tofusaurus 2. Steezy getting in there. Ball squad. Come on, y'all. Oh, wait. Oh, I have the 2-way factor. Hold on. Let me turn that off for y'all. Now, hopefully the bots don't get us. Okay, bam. There we go. Sorry about that, y'all. I was like, where is everybody? Got Riri, Sebastian, Papa P, Emma Jaws, Mama. Back in it. Emma Jaws, TKO Dad. Tofusaurus. Sean, Blue Crab, Sophie's mom. Sophie's mama. Sarah getting in there. Mike. Sorry about that. Oh, what the hell? Siri's trying to talk to me. Get out of here. What did I say that triggered Siri on my phone? I kept failing the shapes. Ryan Allen in the chat. TGIFM, brother. Ali Super's been traveling the country. She's MIA. What the heck? Hopefully she's having a good time. NJ, last night of the vacay? Wait, where'd you go? Are you vacay from work or are you out and about somewhere? Emma Jaw getting back in. Scotty Pip, brother. What's up? Those who don't know, they were the Piff fam. They were out on the Isle of Man checking out the racing. Those freaking maniacs out there. Boiled the Rice had a great showing last week. Chill. C Hill in the house. Oh, you're down the Cape with Gary and the mistress and the missus. Absolute psycho. It was sick. Yeah, folks, if you haven't seen that, first place HBC. Folks, if you haven't ever seen that, look up Isle of Man motorcycle racing. Those people are crazy. Megalodon. Squid. Mad Dog. That's crazy. We have technically we have 2 Maddie P's and we have 2 Emma Jaws. Ali Soup, we were just freaking talking about you. Were your ears burning? I was like, where the frig has Ali Soup been? I've heard you've been doing some traveling. Don't worry, we're waiting for you. We still got some time. Scotty Piff getting in. Gary's more burnt than a lobster on a hot top in Florida during the El Nino. Pull my house, give me 2 secs. Mav's grandpa, Sophie's mama, Cass all getting back in. We got a lot of mothers showing out. Usually, they always do a great performance, it seems. Battle of the Mamas. 31 in here. Adam. Adam says, I'm way too tired to do anything this week, but spectate tonight. Friggin' Adam, at least talk about your boys, though, huh? At least your boys put up a valiant effort in their battle during the World Cup. That seemed like a crazy game. Egypt versus Argentina. Yeah, last week. Yeah, they because what? They went to it was tied going into stoppage time or whatever, right? All right, who do we got? We got Mav's grandpa, Sophie's mama, Cassaw, Scotty Piff, Emma Joss, Squid, Megalodon, first place HBC, Tippy Toe, Sea Hill, Foiled the Rice. Oh, lost him. Oh, right there. Conman getting back in. Mike C, Maddie P's mama, Steve's Louise, Shane's secretary, Blue Crab, Sebastian, Papa P, Emma Jaws mama, EJTK, Emma Jaws TKO dad, Tofusaurus, Sean in there. I miss Sean. Baller Squad, Maddie P, CJ. Riri, back in it. Mad Dog. 32 is looking like the number, y'all. We'll give another about 2 minutes. Did you guys get robbed? It seems crazy. Safety's coming back. All right, get in here, Safety. It seems like there's been so much controversy. I mean, I didn't watch the last World Cup. The last World Cup I really kind of got an eye on was the South Africa one way back. But it seems like this year there's been so safety in there. But I feel like there's been so much controversy this year, like with the Norway England one, where the ball hit the freaking sky cam wire, and they were like, "Oh, there's nothing on the sensors; it didn't hit it." I was like, "Oh, too bad there's not a high definition camera angle we have of it." McLovin. All right, 35. We'll give it another minute or two. And there's more controversy about the Balogun red card. Yeah, right. Ali Soup got in there. Ted Krasinski. Or Kit. Is that how you spell it? Is that? Did I say that right? Is that the Unabomber? Tippy toe back in. All right, 37. Do we have 40? 37. We're pausing the tunes. We're getting ready. We're getting into the last. We're going to get on the starting line. Get ready for the starter pistol. Sarah back in there. But I know that is crazy. It seems like there's been such bad refereeing and such. Sophie's mama. All right, I think we're ready. Give me. Oh yeah, go ahead, everybody. Give me them reactions down here. You know I love to see them. Oh, the Croatia game too. That was insane. That was outrageous. I did remember seeing that. That sensor is fucked. All right, last call, everybody. Last call. We got 37. Do we have 40? Any late entrants? Matty P's mama gets back in. Freaking Garrett refuses to download the app so he can't play. What a loser. No, that's all right. He's burnt up, you said. He's fried. Hopefully no World Cup questions this week, because I'll be pissed. What if there's one that says, who did Argentina beat in the quarterfinals in the 2026? My friend is coming, Tofu Sora says. All right, we'll give it another 1 minute. Un minuto más. And then we got to rip it. I got me some brisk iced tea tonight. See that? It's one of the lesser ones. Samwell in there. Scotty Piff. Making it 38. All right. I think 38's the number. Never beat anybody. Rigged matches don't count. We won the hearts of the world. I know that. You guys had a great run. All right, Tofu Sora says yes. 38, everybody. This is my lucky week. Okay. Let's rip this thing, y'all. In 3, 2. Oh, Ali Super saying this is my lucky week. Let's go. All right, let's go. All right. Mixed Trivia Showdown. I forgot to name this one, so I'll give it a random name. With the first question of the night. Some of y'all hate it, some of y'all love it. Let's get it out early. What flag is this? Barbados, Sri Lanka, Mozambique, or Latvia? I know we have some haters. We have some lovers of it. Okay, I thought my camera's messed up for a second. But what is this? Barbados, Sri Lanka, Mozambique, or Latvia? Adam says easy. Does everyone else agree? Oh, no. Folks, that is Barbados, the island nation of Barbados. But how quick were y'all? Foiled the rice was dialed. Tofu Source, Mike C. Tippy Toe, Blue Crab on the leaderboard. Adam, did you misclick, or you were just a little slow on the trigger finger there? I was expecting Adam right up here. The if you didn't know, Barbados, this is the location of Barbados down in the Caribbean. Oh yeah, Adam's, you're only spectating tonight. Adam, this could have been your night. But yeah, this is Barbados location. Has anyone ever been to Barbados? Do we have any Barbados nationals in chat? I've never been outside of the country, actually. But I'd like to go down to the Caribbean one day. Caribbean. But let's move on to another question. Spoiler alert, it is not a flag, but it is geography-ish. Let's check it out. Which of these countries has no rivers or lakes? Egypt, Monaco, Iraq, or Switzerland? They actually have no permanent natural bodies of water, I believe. Egypt, Monaco, Iraq, or Switzerland? Which is it? Okay, what? That was a lot more people got that than I was kind of anticipating. You guys did great. You guys did great. Let's fucking go, Ali Soup says. They got a bunch of pools. Denial is a thing. Yes, folks, unfortunately, in Egypt, there is denial. Monaco is just so tiny, and it's mostly just, I mean, it's like less or a mile, like 1 square mile or something crazy. But Iraq, the Euphrates and the Tigris, Tigris, how do you say it? Tigray. And then Switzerland, of course, they have many, I believe. But how do we do on that leaderboard? Oh, Papa P moves up. Okay, Andy J, up 3 places. Look out. Gary is so upset he can't play. Well, hey, if only he had a smart phone in his pocket that he could have downloaded the Kahoot app and used it. Freaking guy. But folks, talk about a beautiful place. Freaking Monaco is crazy. They got all kinds of money over that way, I'm pretty sure. If I know correctly. If I know about it. It's just that little tiny little speck of land. And everybody goes there, all the rich folk. I don't know what it's like. Monaco. No, I'm thinking for taxes. I know Andorra, another tiny country in between Spain and France, they have very favorable tax laws. I'm not sure if Monaco is similar, but I believe there's a lot of tax maxing done in Andorra. I'm not sure about Monaco, though. I don't even know why I'm talking about taxes. So let's move on to this next question, which is question mark. What is this? Is this Eteros, Devil's Tower, Uluru, or Göbekli Tepe? Look at this photograph. Eteros, Devil's Tower, Uluru, or Göbekli Tepe? Göbekli Tepe. Do you know what you're looking at on the screen here? Okay, we got some good folks. We got some smart geographyers out there. That is Uluru, Ayers Rock. Eteros is actually the capital of Rohan in Lord of the Rings. What the fuck is Göbekli Tepe? That's that super old, I think it's in Turkey. It's like an ancient village that was like excavated. I think it's like one of the oldest dated villages, maybe. There's some claim to fame about it. It's in Turkey. Devil's Tower is actually a cool looking thing. Let's look at that actually real quick if you don't mind. Devil's. This is a one in America. Devil's Tower. Look at this thing. Look at that. If I pull up, okay, yeah. Isn't that crazy looking? That's a real thing. Anyways. Like someone sat on their keyboard and created that name, Göbekli Tepe. But let's check out that leaderboard. Oh, tippy toe, look out. Foiled the rice. Tofusaurus moves down. Andy J coming up. Mike C. Mad Dog, 7 places. Holy. Ali Soup was just over there at the Devil's Tower. What the heck? Oh, 2 summers ago. And I've never been out west that way. I'd like to go get an eye on her. But dude, talk about, I guess, what do they say? Ayers Rock is the largest rock, the largest singular rock in the world, allegedly. I think it's actually, like, obviously you can't really tell because everything else is really flat around it, but I believe it's taller than the Eiffel Tower. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe. It's quite big. and it's smack dab, damn near in the middle of Australia. So very remote. But one day, maybe we'll all take a trip there and we'll do a live stream over on Ayers Rock, right on the top. But let's keep it moving with another question, which is, do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? The Other Guys, Kill Bill, Wedding Crashers, or Rush Hour? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? The Other Guys, Kill Bill, Wedding Crashers, or Rush Hour? Very famous movie line. Where did it come from? Okay, that is right. That is Chris Tucker, the legend. Chris Tucker himself. I just think all friggin' janky tonight. But Rush Hour, great movie if you haven't seen it. Jackie Chan gets off the plane, and then Chris Tucker walks right up to him and says, "Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?" Andy J steals a spot from Tofusaurus. For the Rice, fending off Tippy Toe at the moment. Mike C maintaining 5th place, but Mad Dog 3 in a row, hunting them down. Here's a little screenshot from it. Chris Tucker. What happened to Chris Tucker? He was I feel like after this movie he should have blown up big time, but he didn't. And what's the other one? The Fifth Element with Bruce Willis. He's in that one. And obviously Friday. He got a little heavy. I know at one point he kind of let himself go. Maybe just because he got upset about not working enough, maybe. I did see that recently, right? There are some photos of him on old Jeffy's plane there. He fell off because everyone hates him. I like. Well, I mean, hey, if he's messing around with Jeffy, he's probably not the best of guys, but in the movies he was good. Separate the art from the artist. But who knows? I know it could be innocuous. Everybody hates Chris. All right, let's lock it in. Where are we at? I don't like how it doesn't show me. I feel like it used to show me all the time which question we're on. Anyways, moving on with this next question, 9 of 40. The main character of the Odyssey: Odysseus, Achilles, Hercules, or Zeus? The main character in the Odyssey. Movie coming out. Famously written by Homer from back in the day, though. Who is the main character? Odysseus, Achilles, Hercules, or Zeus? Oh, man. That's tough. That because I know sometimes I do random ones where it's not obvious. And then sometimes you got to trust yourself and go with the obvious answer. They did, yeah. I think the movie. I think it's like a partial release currently. I don't think it's fully released yet. The Journey starring the. Yes, The Journey starring the Journeyman. Andy Johnson says, "Hey, Dad." But yes, Odysseus is the main protagonist. Although Achilles, I don't think is Hercules in it. I'll be honest, I've never read it, if I'm being honest, which I just said I was. I should, though. But obviously Achilles is in it. They have to go to Troy. But how do we do on that leaderboard? How is the speed? Okay, I think Tippy Toe got a little bit back from Foil the Rice there. Andy J, Tofusaurus, Mike C's, all maintaining. 3 participants on a 3-answer streak. Butters. And then I found this cool little map, huh? I believe this is the journey. This is the Odyssey during the Odyssey. Very long and meandering. Wait, where's the oh, there it is, the Cyclops. The Cyclops was in freaking Italy? Who would have known? Not me. Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to get an eye on the book and give it a read. It's one I've never read. Read many books, but not that one. Actually, I saw someone, they gave a review. They saw the movie that came out, and I guess that's pretty good. What's his name? The director there. I don't know. It seems potentially good. We'll find out. It's a long read, Super Sheen says. Long read. Ain't that true? Yeah, I don't know how long it is, but I know it is quite a lengthy poem, actually. Anyways, moving on to the next question, which is the Greek god Hermes. Staying on this topic for a moment. The god of war, the messenger god, the harvest god, or the god of wisdom? The Greek god Hermes. See, the god of war, the messenger god, the harvest god, or the god of wisdom? Which is he? That's right, the messenger god. I love the Greek stuff. The I'll tell you, mythology I don't actually know that much about. It is I do enjoy it though. But folks, actually, I might have talked about this when I was watching it last year, or I can't remember if it was last year. But the Netflix, they made a show about like a modern one of the Greek gods. Oh no, Tippy Toe drops one. That's all right. We know she'll be back. But the it was called Chaos. Did anybody watch that one on the Netflix? It got canceled after the first season. So I don't know if I would recommend watching it because it is to me it was excellent. But then you won't have any follow-up after. But honestly, I think it's worth watching if you haven't seen it. Even though there's only one season, so it's left unresolved. But it's so good. Oh, American Gods. I feel like I did hear about that one as well. Maybe I'll have to check that one out. But Chaos, folks, check it out on the Netflix. The Jeff Goldblum plays Zeus. It's pretty sick. That was a combo breaker. Wait, what was that? Oh, the Hermes. Okay, yes. Sorry for the combo breaker, y'all. The what's this next slide? This is Hermes. I guess is he? I don't know why they took them. Is this the reasoning behind the medical symbol? Yeah, that's used in medicine. But he's the messenger god, the god of athletes as well, I believe. Quick little light-footed guy. He's the blue one, right? In Hercules. The blue with the cool blue dude. But okay, for those of you who don't like Greek gods. No, that's how do you say that? Asclepius? Asclepius's staff. The one with the snake. Well, that freaking fool the rice learned us right there. But if you don't like the Greek gods or mythology, I think we're out of it. But let's find out. This famous ultramarathon takes place in Death Valley and is called the Badwater what? 48, 135, 66, or 240? This famous ultramarathon takes place in Death Valley called the Badwater 48, 135, 66, or 240? Ooh, that's tough. It is the 135. Trivia is so much fun when you're not stressed about getting the answers wrong all the time. Danny DeVito is the voice. Wow, wait. No, he's the voice of the goat, right? My streak, Tofusaurus says. Folks, it is the 135, the Badwater 135, which is 135 miles. It was popular in the running world, but I think if you've heard of it, you've probably heard of it from David Goggins. Oh, Mike Seago shooting up Andy J. Tofusaurus still on the leaderboard. Scotty Piff grabbing 7 places with the highest climber award. Phil, yes, Phil. Mike C. making his case to be the champ tonight, but Foil the Rice is not dropping one. We had David Goggins, the motivational fella who I would say I would not recommend anybody training like him. It works for him, but I would not recommend it. It's not the best way to treat your body. But hey, it worked for him. But isn't that crazy? 135 miles through Death Valley they run. Tofu is delicious. You tripping. Wait, we're having a tofu debate in the chat. Mad Dog needs to chill. Did you get a year of GeoGuessr or only a month when you? Oh, actually, I don't know. Good. That's a good question, Adam. I have to check that. Sam's not a fan of tofu. Hey, I'll tell you, I've actually had some decent tofu. Tofu actually can go pretty decent. But you have to get like some legit, like well-made stuff. Anyways, that was now. If you don't know, and if you ever want to run it, you can go run through Death Valley for 135 miles. Which is crazy. I only had tofu once, and it was amazing. Adam says, but let's keep moving. Keep it moving. Gary's grinding. This DJI drone is called, what is this model? A Mavic, a Phantom, an Air, or a Neo? Sharp blades. What is this drone called? What is the model? Mavic, Phantom, Air, or Neo? I'll give you this hint for free. It was popularized by Casey Neistat. Yes, the Phantom. Casey was very well known for using the drones, and DJI was basically the top dog at the time. I think they still are. But the Phantom, I don't know if they make the Phantom anymore, do they? But the Mavic I know is a big one. That was what kind of they moved into. It's much smaller, but still gives you a great droning experience. But how are we doing that leaderboard? Oh, snap. Tippy Toe comes back to the second place spot. Andy J, Tofu Source. Mike C drops down. CJ getting 6 places on it. Damn, I clicked too fast. I said it right on the front. Oh, it said it right on the front? Oh, I didn't even notice. It says Phantom on the drone. Wait, can I go back? No, I don't know if I don't want that to mess it up. I dang it. Sorry, everybody. Can you do a Vernon special week where all the questions are about me? I'll definitely lose, but it'll be fun seeing how well people know you. We could potentially, maybe at like here's the deal: at 500 subscribers, we could do something like that. That'll be our 500 subscriber goal. We'll do a Vernon only trivia week, or we could do like an Ask Me Anything. It doesn't have to be trivia, but that would be fun though. It would be fun. It was a hidden Easter egg. Sean says sniped it with his some good what's the word I'm looking for? Awareness. I don't know. But yeah, here's all their models. What's actually I don't know. I think one of these is I think these are both the Mavic, but there's the Phantom. I believe this one's I don't know what that one's called, but maybe this one's the Mini. They have a bunch of them. Unabomber Trivia Week. Ali Soup says, maybe, possibly. What else did I miss? All right. Let's lock back in now. But a Vernon themed trivia week would be funny, and we probably will do it at some point. Well, we definitely will. But on to the next question, as Butters says thinkingly. The fastest assembly of a Willys Jeep. 1 minute and 16 seconds, 4 minutes and 56 seconds, 7 minutes and 2 seconds, or 12 minutes and 23 seconds. A Willy. A Jeep made by the Willys Company. What was the fastest it was ever assembled? 1 minute and 16, 4:56, 7:2, or 12:23. Oh no. This could be a big implicator on the leaderboard. And actually, this was the standing record for a long time. Do people know this? Apparently not. I'm sorry. That one was a little bit, I guess, more obscure than I thought. But the record was actually just broken by Big Time Media, the guys who used to work at Donut, Jeremiah. They actually did it in 1 minute and 10. I want to see a video of that. Oh, Tippy Toe and Andy J take the spot from Forward Rice. I know Forward Rice is going to get right back in it, though. Oh, man. They're working in Kahoots. This is actually from the video. It actually just came out like 2 days ago, where they broke the record, and because that was part of the design. You know, they wanted to make it so you could work on it, rip it apart, tear it down, put it back together, super quick. And I mean, it's like the frame is very small, and tight and compact, but the you just pick it up, throw it together, throw a couple of bolts in, and then you can drive it. It's not as impressive as it sounds, just because it is so section. What's the word I'm looking at? Carpenta. What the hell? Why can't I say compartmentalized? Compartmentalized. I'm having a stroke, people. But you know what I'm saying. I'm not even trying. Compartmentalized. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. There we go. All right. Okay, everybody. We can stop with the compartmentalized. But yeah, check it out. Well, after trivia, we'll take a quick look. Donut made a whole video about it. It's like a 30-minute video for a minute thing, but they did beat the record, 1 minute and 10 seconds. But enough freaking jibber jabber and chitter chatter. Let's move on to this next question, which is one of Street Fighter's most iconic characters and the world's strongest woman. Juri, Cammy, Chun-Li, or Katana? Street Fighter, the classic fighting game. One of the most iconic characters and world's strongest woman is her claim to fame. Juri, Cammy, Chun-Li, or Katana? Do you know your Street Fighter characters? Ooh, I thought that would be a little bit easier. I'm sorry, I guess. It is Chun-Li. She is billed as the world's strongest woman. Juri and Cammy are both in the game. Katana is from a different game. I believe Tekken, maybe? But Chun-Li. I put this question in because I'm learning how to play Chun-Li. I started a Street Fighter 6. I started playing that game recently. We're going to have a fighting game arc on the stream eventually. Oh, Andy J for the right Tippy Toe. Andy J kept some information away from Tippy Toe. Mad Dog gets on the leaderboard. First place HBC, 6 places on that one. Or Mortal Kombat, that's it. Yes. Super Sheen with the shout right there. The Andy J taking the first place spot. Full of the Rice takes second. Tippy Toe moving down. But Mad Dog showing the face on the leaderboard. Love to see it. Here's Chun-Li, the coolest. I figured it because the characters in Street Fighter 6, they're all very different. In any game you would assume there's many different characters and play styles. But I feel like she's just one of the most iconic, so I figured I'd learn her. And I heard it's very good fundamentally for all the gamers out there. I've never played fighting games, but they're extremely hard, so I don't plan on being good anytime soon. Anyways, though, moving on to the next question, which I don't think is about video games. Well, I don't need to guess. Let's find out. This horse famously won at Belmont Stakes in 1973 by 31 lengths. Man o' War, Seabiscuit, Secretariat, or American Pharaoh. Back in 73. Did I say 76? You got the idea. 73. They won by 31 lengths at Belmont Stakes. Was it Man o' War, Seabiscuit, Secretariat, or American Pharaoh? Oh, that's tough. It is Secretariat. These were probably the 2 horses that everyone has heard of. If Man o' War is very close behind. Or actually, American Pharaoh is a modern one. But Seabiscuit was actually from the Depression era, if I remember correctly. Secretariat is they actually hold the record for all of the Triple Crowns still, I believe. And they just stomped the competition. Belmont's hosted this. Bessie family? Best family. The horse racing, I'll tell you, I don't know much about it. Like, I know that, Full of the Rice takes it back. Oh, and Tippy Toe moves up. Wait, did Tippy Toe get that one as well? Tippy Toe's keeping data from Andy J now. I remember that. Mike C gets back. Man, this is a toss-up all over the place. My fave vampire hunting family. I don't think I know the reference. I was trying to think. But 8 places for the con man. And here's a photograph of that. Maybe everyone here is Sampa in disguise. Look at him just absolutely stomping the Castlevania. That's funny. Castlevania, Dawn of Sorrows is one of my favorite games of all time as a child. I didn't play many games, but I played that one. It was great. Chippy, Mad Dog, Andy, and Gary are all in the same room, but we're all still wrong. Ted K is Sampa. But that's a good shout out for right. Castlevania, Dawn of Sorrows for the Nintendo DS was a great game. But back to Secretariat, who still currently today has the record for all of them. Every record has been set by a Secretariat, and no one has. I'm sure they've come close, but that no one has beat them, which is crazy. Maybe their clocks were wrong. Maybe there was a little bit of cooking of the books, a little cooking of the record books. I have to do an investigation. And I mean, let's be honest, there could have been some. There could have been some freaking, some supplements they were giving them. Who knows? But let's move on. I think we're actually into a little bit of a sporting spell here. A couple of sporting questions. Secretariat was juicing for sure. I mean, it had to have been, right? I mean, I'm sure they all were, but he just probably had a better regiment than everybody else. But on to the next question, which is, of the 4 remaining World Cup teams, who has the longest drought? Spain, England, Argentina, or France? The longest drought from winning of the 4 remaining teams, who was it? Spain, England, Argentina, or France? Adam knows it. Shouting out the year for you. Back in 1966 was the year. That's right, it was England. They're hoping to take home that victory this year. Break the drought. It's coming home, Rice says. Everyone says France is going to win, right? Or Spain. But England, they're trying their hardest. I like that Holland guy from Norway. So I would have liked to see Norway move on. But I have no horse in this race. I have no Secretariat in this race, okay? How'd we do? Oh, 80. Wow, we had someone flying off the leaderboard. Squid goes shooting up. Spain 10, France 18, Argentina 22. Yes, that's right, actually. That is super sheen with the shout right there. Those are Spain was 2010, France 18, and Argentina was the last one. Could have been Egypt up there. Mike C getting back on that leaderboard. For the Rice is trying to run away. Trying to run away with it this week. It's been a battle. But yeah, Adam in the chat said back in 1966. So what is that? Friggin' 60 years ago? Holy. That was easy math and it took me a minute. 60 years ago for the boys over and across the pond. I don't know. I know Liam, who comes to chat sometimes, he's over in the UK. I don't know if he's rooting for the boys or not. But yeah, talk about a completely different sporting culture over there, friggin' for soccer and such. My man Bobby. But I said wow. Does he have his freaking teeth knocked the frig out? Holy, look at this guy. Can you see that? That is sick. Wow. How can you create a sport and not win it for 60 years? Ain't nobody care about soccer. Forget FIFA. I'll tell you, like I said, I don't know much about soccer. I enjoyed playing it as a child. I enjoy watching it from time to time. But I would be interested to see an exhibition match of very high level players where you eliminate offsides. I just want to see what would happen. I know they would just say it'd be all cherry picking, but let me see. I want to see how it would look. Just let me get an eye on it. You know what I'm saying? That's what they mean when they say English teeth. That is crazy. He just took a friggin' cleat right to his friggin' chompers there. But I would be interested. Would you guys be interested to see that? Just friggin' no offsides. Friggin' let the boys just camp up in the box. I just want to see what would happen. That's all. That's all I'm saying. And shrink the field. Make it shorter. Make it smaller. Make it more compact. Okay? I'm telling you, it'd be better. But maybe I'm wrong. But I just want to see it. That's all I'm saying. But let's move on to another sporting question, I believe. A 3 in boxing. A 3. Lead hook, jab, cross, or rear uppercut. You look like Hannah Montana 30 years after retiring. True. Billy Ray, her daddy. Covered in ice, too. Oh, folks, I thought more people would get that. It is the lead hook. I got distracted by chat. Ooh, that's going to be... We'll have to see the leaderboard. What did I say? I'd like that with hockey. Yeah, no offsides once the ball is past the center line. Oh, yeah. Yeah, hockey, that's another one. But then what the... I don't know the rules of hockey very well. But is then icing if you just clear the puck? Isn't that called icing or something? I don't know. But just show me a game. I don't want no offsides anywhere. Just for one game. Let me see it. I'm interested. Okay. With high level players, though. I want to see what with high level players is the key. But folks, the 3 is your lead hook. So if you're orthodox, your left hook. The jab is the 1. The cross is the 2. The 1-2. Oh, Tofu Source goes shooting to the top 4. The right's got it. That's tough. If I know NJ and Tippy Toe, I know everyone, they still have it in them, but Tofu Source is trying to make a run. They're making a run. The yeah, so a 1-2 in what a lead that is, Adam says. But this is the numbering system. Just very basic. The 1, 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6. The 6 main punches. But the thing is, a rear hook, that's not really a punch that you would throw normally in boxing. Like, there are times for it, but if you're throwing a rear hand hook, you're most likely going to get countered and knocked the frig out, so don't do it. I have a surprise for you. Alley Soup, you don't got to get me any surprise. You better not give me anything. It just better be something cool you're going to tell me. I'm the one who gives out surprises. 4 and 5 are fake low key. Yeah, lead uppercut. Yeah, that too. That's more just like am I going to win tonight? Yesterday would have been yes. Today is yep. But yeah, rear hooks, don't ever throw it. Lead uppercuts, I mean, it's depending on your stance, like there are circumstances for it, but not really. But this is all, honestly, if you like fighting, if you want to get into fighting, this is all you ever need. 1, 2, 3. That's all you need. Allegations. Oh, they're talking about my TikToks. Hey, I paid up my TikToks. A real reach around. Hey, folks, you want to talk about allegations? I heard some allegations about Shawnee Mack in chat the other day. I heard he's sandbagging his handicap. What about stand-up comedy? Well, we'll get there. We're going to get there. All right. You win. I give up. But let's move on. What about the website? All right, folks, let's lock back in. Make sure you're live. And let's check out the next question, which is Conor McGregor's fastest knockout. He just fought this weekend. Had a terrible outing. Was it 13 seconds, 36 seconds, a minute 17, a minute 7, or a minute 21? But what was his fastest knockout of all time? 13 seconds, 36 seconds, a minute 7, or a minute 21? He's got a fast one, but how fast was it? This was back in his prime. All right, most of y'all remember. It was the 13 second against... Who was it? Anyone in chat? Who did he KO in 13 seconds? Oh, for the Rice opens the door a little bit. Squid out. Mike C, Andy J, Tippy Toe, all sneaking up, trying to get up that leaderboard. CJ grabbing 5 spots on it. Do you have any knowers? Who was it? Who did Conor knock out in 13 seconds? It was Jose Aldo. That's right. Okay, Mike C got it. Yes, sir. It was Jose. When I was watching this live, that it was electric, if I'm being honest. I'll tell you, it was electric. It was, but the thing is, like, you could, like, Connor was jazzed up, but you could tell he actually was a little bit sad. Like, he felt bad about it because he knew how hard, obviously, Jose, and that's just such a hard way to go out when you're the champ for as long as Jose was, and you just get clipped coming in like that. But that's the thing about Connor. He's so brash. He's so wild and crazy. But he is very humble in victory, almost always. Like after this, he was very complimentary of Jose. Even before the fight, he's not. Not at all. The fan song from the press conference, that was sick. Was stuck in my head last week. But if you haven't seen this, it's a short watch. Go check it out. Connor versus Jose Aldo back in would have been 2014, 2013 maybe. But onward we must press and find out what the next question is, which I can't remember what it is. He's a big that's another funny thing. I don't know if you guys have seen that clip of him recently when he was doing the press conference, and he was like, some reporter, they asked him, they were like, do you think you've fallen into the trap that so many athletes fall into of fame and money? And then Connor just pauses for a second, looks at the guy and says, obviously, and then goes into the whole thing. But it was funny to hear, and just cool to hear that he was so open about it, because he's definitely had some struggles. But we're freaking yapping and chitter chattering. You guys want trivia? Shut up and do trivia boy. Let's move on to this next question, which is, what is her name? We're on to the who is it's. This is a full face picture. Who is this? Is this Gabby Douglas, Nastia Lukin, Michaela Maroney, or Sean Johnson? Your bangs are sick, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it. But who is this? Name this person, Sam. Do you know who this person is? Is it Gabby Douglas, Nastia Lukin, Michaela Maroney, or Sean Johnson? Very famous meme on the internet. Okay, y'all got it. That's pretty good. Y'all were pretty good. Nobody guessed Nastia. I thought probably Nastia Lukin was more famous. I thought more people would guess Nastia Lukin, but not a single person did. Gabby Douglas, of course, a great gymnast as well. I'm surprised people knew this. I am surprised as well. It's not Gabby. And then Sean, I was going to actually make this one Sean Johnson, but then I was like, Michaela Maroney's probably a better one because she has that funny internet picture. But these were some of the from I think that was actually from London, that picture. Okay, leaderboard stays the same. Megalodon grabbing on a 4-answer streak. Let's go. Because if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone. She won silver. And I think this was it. Obviously, I don't think she was like just sitting with her face all scrunched up sideways like this. But it's a very memeable picture, And she came in, she was in second place and disappointed. Not impressed. She was not impressed at all. But she was a great gymnast, though. That era was great. I mean, we're always great, right? The US of A. Always great at the gymnastics. As well as China. Isn't China usually really good? I think USA is the best, right? What am I saying? Who am I kidding? Of course we are. Anyways, we're out of, this was actually a semi-sports question. But now we're on to the cropped in who is it, okay? And let me be honest, I'll be up front. I think this next one may be a lot harder than I was anticipating. Because I'm not going to say why, but maybe it's not. Maybe I'm not having enough faith in you guys. So lock in, get your recognizing brains ready, and let's check out this next question. Who is this? Get ready. It's a woman, I'll tell you that. Is this Sarah Paulson, Kiernan Shipka, Chloe Moretz, or Dakota Fanning? Do you recognize these eyes? Is this Sarah Paulson, Kiernan Shipka, Chloe Moretz, or Dakota Fanning? Do you recognize this woman? Okay. You guys are pretty good. I'm actually surprised by that. You see, the thing is, I think if people knew who Kiernan Shipka was, I love American Horror Story. Okay, okay. I only know Kieran, but you see, I thought that really looked like her, like just the eyes zoomed in like that. Sabrina, the but yeah, Sarah Paulson, American Horror Story. If you guys haven't seen it, that's a great show. But how did we do? How quick were y'all? Okay, everybody on the leaderboard got it. You guys, I'll tell you, if I hadn't been refreshed on her name, I probably wouldn't have got that one. If I'm being quite honest, Emma Jaw's mama. Let me tell you, I bet that down here, it's a freaking a traffic jam getting up to the leaderboard for the rice. They're locked in at the moment. Here she is. I'm trying to think of a movie that isn't American, or a show that's not American Horror Story, but I can't. But I know I've seen her obviously in many other things. Also, she's a lesbian, if you didn't know, and she's married to a much older woman, I believe, if I remember correctly. I remember seeing a photograph of them, and I was like, wow, interesting. Good for her. I don't know if they're still married or what, but I remember that was a talking point or something at one point. Nice. But lock in, because I think this next one, I thought that was going to be hard. Just because people wouldn't remember her name. But this next one, I think, I don't know. Let's find out. Who is this? It's a man. I'll tell you that. Hugh Jackman, Adam Driver, Adrian Brody, or Rami Malek. Who is this? Hugh Jackman, Adam Driver, Adrian Brody, or Rami Malek. Okay. I didn't know if that would be too easy. I thought it would be a lot easier. I know a pianist when I see one. Yes, Adrian. I thought Adam Driver might get a few more. Hugh Jackman possibly. But that's actually, I thought the Sarah Paulson one would be a lot harder, but this one was actually harder. Ooh, Jared Leto. That would have been good. That would have been a good shout. I should have put that one. Ooh, that would have. Dang it. Ooh, Tofu Source did the process of elimination. He was the only one I didn't know, and the rest weren't in it. But how'd we do? Oh, the leaderboard. You guys are too good. Okay, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. I think it's still in reach. Andy J and Tippy Toe are doing their best. Freaking track down Foiled the Rice. Another Egyptian mention in stream. I know, do it for you, Adam. For our local Egyptian diplomat. Here he is. Handsome man. Interesting looking man. But extremely handsome. All the same. I'm trying to think what the next question is. I always like to try to think of it before, so I get a little head start in reading. But I can't remember. So let's find out together. Sincere from Love Island track event. Long jump, 110-meter hurdles, 400-meter, or javelin. Which of these is the Sincere from Love Island track event? Long jump, 110-meter hurdles, 400-meter, or javelin? Do y'all know what he ran, or didn't run, or threw, or jumped? It is the 110 and the 60-meter hurdles. He was a hurdler. He was actually like legit, like the real deal. I guess I think he is 60-meter, and he went to Miami. He bounced around a bunch of schools from what I saw. I think he's like the third fastest in Miami history for the 60. He has like his 110 is really good. But how'd you guys do? Oh, squid! Wait, did Foiled the Rice get that one? I think they did. Squid goes shooting up. What a jump. Maddie P's mama. We know Maddie P's mama has a flair for the dramatic. Coming shooting in. All about the you, baby. But a funny thing about Sincere, for a funny crossover, for anybody who's seen Love Island, but anybody who knows streamers or other famous streamers as well, he went to high school with Joe Bartolozzi. If you guys know who Joe is, Joe Bart. This is a picture on Joe's Instagram from 2018 where they ran track together in high school. This is sincere. They went to the same high school. Does anybody know Joe Bart? Any Joe Bart fans in the chat? I'll watch a little Joe Bart from time to time. I guess Joe was actually a pretty good hurdler as well. He wasn't on Sincere's level. He wasn't like he might have been like a, on the cusp of D1. If he, I guess, I think he actually stopped running sophomore year. But he was pretty quick for his age, and if he had stuck with it, he probably could have done well. But Sincere stuck with it. Or actually, I think Sincere, he said, is older than Joe Bart. But anyways, that's a little fun fact for you about Sincere. Very interesting character on Love Island if you haven't seen it. He's a little questionable of a guy. In relationships, that is. I'm sure he's a great guy as a friend, perhaps, but as a partner in a romantic relationship, I would be weary. But let's move on to the next question. Far from sincere, Super Sheen says, and you are 100% correct. Let's find out. What is this fruit? This is a tomato, a durian, a guava, or a jackfruit. Get those answers in quick. Quick. You gotta get all them points. This is a tomato, a durian, a guava, or a jackfruit. Can you recognize this fruit? And the answer is... Okay, hold on now. Let me double check something. This could be catastrophic for me. Sure, it is. I know that is a guava, but here's the thing: is I don't know what a jackfruit is, and I'm afraid so many people guessed it that it's another name for a guava. But I'm just going to double check that. Let's double check here. Jackfruit. What is a jackfruit? Okay, no jackfruit. Okay, that's what. Okay, yeah. That is a jackfruit. This is a jackfruit. That big, chunky, weird-looking thing. All right, we're good. Yeah, big spiky fruit. How'd that do for the leaderboard? Mike Seek trampolines up to the third place spot. Foiled the rice. Ran away, I think, with it. But folks, remember, you want to be in that top 10. What the hell? This is a close race. Foiled the rice is freaking dialed, but Sean making a comeback. Folks, you want to get on this top leaderboard because you get on the end of the month wheel spin. We still have to do last month's, by the way. I didn't forget. But here's a little. We got a farmer farming some of his guavas here, because there's a white variant and then the pink variant that most people have seen. I'll tell you, I've never eaten a guava. I forgot about the wheel spin. Yeah, we still have to do last month's. I don't know if I'll do that tonight because I am a little bit pressed for time, but I will prepare it, if nothing else, for next week. And then also, I don't think the Fuller family was here tonight, so they might want to cash in their wheel spin for next week. But let's move on. We got to finish out this night first. Folks, I think we're on to the last question. And I think Foil the Rice has it, but you want to be in that top 5. So lock it in and make sure you answer this as quickly as possible and get it right too. Okay? Everyone, make sure you're live, locked in. It was like 40 points from second to fifth. Okay? And I can only imagine how close it is behind that. So if you want to get on that leaderboard, you better answer quick and you better answer right. Are you live? Okay. Let's check it out. This next question. What is the name of the main character in The Summer I Turned Pretty? Isabel, Janet, Wanda, or Vicky? I've never seen the show. I knew nothing about it besides what I've seen on TikTok about it. But I thought I'd throw this in there. I just heard it was popular. What is the main character's name? Isabel, Janet, Wanda, or Vicky? And the answer is... Okay, you see, this is one I didn't know. Allie Soup knew it, though. She said easy. Isabel. I believe they call her Belly in the movie or the show. I've actually heard it's pretty good as well. Maybe I'll have to get an eye on it. Is it on Amazon Prime, I think? Yeah. Get our last slide. Here's the slide. Her name is Lola Tung, I believe, or something similar to that. But I've heard it's a pretty good show, and I think I'll have to check it out. But what I have to check out right now is this leaderboard. I think I blew your eardrums, as always. I'm sorry. Let's take a peek. I think we know who won, but let's check out the rest of that leaderboard. In third place tonight, with a score of, I can't see it, Tippy Toe getting into that third place spot. How 11,000 barely edging out into the third place spot. Then we have the winner with 14,128 points. With, correct me if I'm wrong, this may be a first win for Foiled the Rice. And then it was Andy J and Mike C, was it? Who snuck in? Dude, talk about close, though. Besides, this was like last week. Freaking Tin Man ran away with it last week. Oh, man. First win. Sheesh. What a run that was. Thanks for hosting, bro. That was fun. Sam, thanks for stopping through. That's why I do it. I like when people get fired up. GG's, everybody, Tofu Sora says. But Foiled the Rice. Do you want that sweet, sweet cash? I know you do. I know you don't want to spin that wheel. You want that sweet, sweet, right? Did I say that sweet, sweet rice? Did I just say that 2 times in a row? Foiled the Rice wants that sweet, sweet rice, don't you? You want that sweet, sweet rice? Come on, go ahead. Don't be afraid now. Go ahead, say you want that sweet, sweet cash. As long as there's tiki masala, absolutely. Oh man, folks, what a night. What the heck? Does anyone want to play Garctic phone? Garctic phone. Thanks for hosting. This was very fun. Hey, I love it. I love when people get jazzed up and have a good time. But Sam, I don't know what that is. But also, by the way, folks, Ryan's not here tonight, but we tentatively, I mean, we barely spoke about it, but we might do a Mecha Chameleon lobby at some point. I know he's traveling, and Shawnee Mac as well. Shawnee, you guys are traveling, right? But at some point, we want to do a Mecha Chameleon lobby, so everyone in chat could play as well. It's a fun game, from what I've seen. People are jazzed up about it. But for the rice, you know how to contact me, or do you? My Instagram is in here. You can see it on the page. Just reach out to me on Instagram, and we can get you paid up. But for anybody who's curious about what's left on the wheel, we can take a quick look at that. Because like we said, anything that we've landed on, Coolio, has been taken off, and nothing will be added until we clear the board. Okay? So this is what remains. And you guys may have one sitting in the chamber for when the Fuller family shows up. Okay. That makes it simple then. Cool. But these are the things that remain on the list. Milk Mile, Prego Simulator. Chat picks the ingredients of a milkshake, which I can veto some things. More Than Full is here. More Than Full, when did you sneak in? We were talking about you earlier on. Showed up late. Well, so remember, you won last week. The beginning of the stream giveaway. Okay? You can't veto my forfeit. But I remember I said you want to know if you could cash it in for a wheel spin. And I said, take the week and think about it. If you still want to, we can do a wheel spin today. But do you want to do that, or do you just want to keep your sweet, sweet cash? Okay. What is your verdict? Yeah, I didn't want you to make any rushed decisions last week. And remember, folks, I still need to do waxing my lower legs. That's all it was, my lower legs. Cassol, I'm in communications. You kind of want the spin. But you will kind of isn't. I don't need. You need full commitment. So we're gonna get you that sweet cash. Okay, that's our decision, right? Don't worry. There's gonna be more wheel spins, folks. Don't be afraid to take your sweet cash. Definitely want the spin. No. There's no pressuring. More than full will not be pressured. Okay, sounds good. No need to torture you yet. Yeah, folks, don't worry. Next week, possibly, there could be a wheel spin. We could have 2 wheel spins tonight. No, folks, but these are the ones that remain. Chat picks that 2. Ear Pierce. Chat picks a milkshake ingredients. Prego Simulator and Milk Mile. That's all that remains before the wheel resets. I would say the one I'm actually most concerned about is the milkshake, if I'm being honest. Shawnee Mac with the wheel spinning icons in the chat. But we gotta update our champ. We're gonna update the champ. Hold on. Foil. Let's put foil. Current champ. Also, folks, I gotta make some videos. We gotta get some more subscribers going. Because the lives, you don't really get much subscribers from the lives. Because I gotta get rid of this mullet at some point, and I said I'd do it at 1,000 subscribers. So, would you rather get your ear pierced or a tattoo? But won't drink the milkshake. Yes. Def some shorts. Yeah, the shorts do go pretty crazy, but I gotta lock in on making some long form stuff. But the ear piercing and the tattoos don't really scare me. The mullet is a staple. Gonna need it now. Folks, my hair is thinning. It's look how thin it is. My hair used to be so much thicker. It's been thinning for years now. It's like it's falling out, so we got to shave it at some point. And I mean, we could hop on the finasteride and the finasteride and minoxidil. I always see the commercials for those on YouTube. They know I'm getting old. But I've heard there's some serious complications that can arise from that stuff. So I don't know if we should hop on that. Could just get a shorter mullet. Folks, I think that's all we have tonight. I actually have to go out. It's kind of late, but I have to go out and run some errands. Believe it or not. The tattoo has to be a mower blade sharpened by Gary. Folks, like I said, at some point you guys will be picking a tattoo. So if you want to start thinking about your things, what the fuck errands are you running? I actually have to go pick up some checks from some people. I forgot I was supposed to pick those up. Oh my, Sean, get out of here with that. Actually, that doesn't sound too crazy, Sean. Is that crazy? That doesn't sound crazy? Here, let me copy that. Control C. We run errands at 4 a.m. Who runs errands at 4 a.m.? Picking up checks from clients on Monday. Well, the thing is, they left it out for me at a shop. It's one of my commercial ones. I was like, oh fuck, I was supposed to pick that up, and I never did. Payments for service. Yes, I am being a lady of the night, a man of the night. But anyways, folks, I'm being distracted. Got to complete the drop. Unfortunately, I think we got to hit our outro. But I think this was a fun night. The foiled, we're getting paid. That wheel, it's working its way down to the nitty gritty. Hit me with that outro, boys. Hello? Where the hell's my music? I mean, your guy, my YouTube is embarrassing me in front of chat. The hell? Okay, there we go. All right, folks. Sorry for that delay there. But folks, thank you so much for stopping in. Yes, you guys know. Just throw me the shreds in the chat. Throw me them shreds. More than full. Getting paid. Boiled the rice. Getting paid. Next week's winner. I think that music's really loud. Next week's winner. Maybe we'll spin the wheel. Or maybe they'll get paid. Either way, we're going to get down. Folks, start thinking about your tattoos that you want to submit. The stream doesn't want to end. It's fine. You can stay. Folks, lock in for the week. Enjoy it. Accomplish many things. Get a little bit better at one or two things. You know, that's all we can do each day. Try our best and get a little bit better. Let me fade out for y'all. I'm going to be working on some stuff myself. But if I don't see you this week, which likely you won't, I'm sorry. I've been not locked in on streaming, which I need to be. Do your pull-ups, Adam says. I will. But we'll see you next week, if not this week. Okay? We'll see you next Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern, on another beautiful, beautiful Monday. Peace out, y'all.